Today, the cryptocurrency world is blazing. Around the world, trading floors and financial districts are ablaze with excitement and a tangible buzz. Both traders and investors are riveted to their screens, eagerly awaiting each tick and movement. One of the most significant and potentially explosive turning points in the history of cryptocurrencies has occurred with the official termination of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's lawsuit against Ripple. The financial community has been rocked by this move, and the ramifications are profound. For Ripple and its backers, the conclusion of this legal dispute represents a significant success. Yes, you heard correctly. With the SEC dropping the complaint, XRP is now, at last, free of the legal limbo that has been hanging over it since 2020. The outcome of this court dispute is revolutionary, since it has had a major impact on the market. Now that this case is over, the market may proceed. The community is honored. Analysts are making audacious new forecasts while the markets are responding. The mood is overwhelmingly favorable and investors are ecstatic. The entire cryptocurrency ecosystem is feeling the effects of this news. This is a victory for all those concerned. Not only is this fantastic news, but it also gives XRP a huge boost, and many people think it might drive the token into 4- or even 5-figure territory. It's not merely wishful thinking. It is based on the recently clarified regulations. Investor confidence has never been higher. $10,000, 0 cents per XRP may no longer be a pipe dream, according to some insiders. The possibilities for XRP are endless now that the legal obstacles have been removed. The market is preparing for what might be an unparalleled upswing, and the future appears to be extremely bright. The possibilities are limitless, and the thrill is palpable. Let's go back a little and examine the circumstances that brought us to this point. It is essential to comprehend the background in order to fully appreciate the significance of this development. We must go back to the start of this story to comprehend why this news is so significant. A groundbreaking pronouncement that rocked the financial world was the beginning of it all. Ripple Labs and the SEC have been embroiled in a well-publicized court dispute for almost 4 years. Through the sale of XRP, a digital asset established by Ripple, the company was accused by the SEC of conducting an unregistered securities offering. Due to the market turbulence caused by this litigation, XRP was taken off of the lists of major U.S. exchanges. Concern among investors and stakeholders was prevalent as a result of the legal uncertainty, which caused billions of dollars in value losses and stopped the growth of the American cryptocurrency scene. However, Ripple put up a fierce fight. Instead of passively accepting the SEC's accusations, they put up a strong defense, denying the SEC's claims at every opportunity and refused to concede. They established new payment routes, formed global alliances, and continued to grow their ecosystem beyond the United States. The goal of Ripple's plan was to expand internationally so that, despite the difficulties in the U.S. market, their company could prosper. In a startling turn of events, the SEC has now accepted a settlement and discontinued the case, meaning that no more charges are anticipated. Ripple has achieved a major win, and this might have a big impact on the whole cryptocurrency market, establishing a new standard. The deal clarifies that XRP is not a security in and of itself, and Ripple will pay a comparatively minor fine, much less than the industry had feared. Because of this differential, XRPs may be able to relist on well-known U.S. exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance US in a matter of days or even hours. A tidal wave of institutional activity is being sparked by this legal clarity. Once on the sidelines, major financial firms are increasingly joining in. 2 major banks that already collaborate with Ripple, Santander and SBI Holdings, have expedited the incorporation of XRP for international payments. In a recent interview, the CEO of SBI even declared that the moment has come to double down on Ripple, and their institutional clients are already getting ready for liquidity operations powered by XRP. XRP won't be simply another altcoin if Ripple keeps onboarding banks, remittance providers, and fintechs at this rate. It will become the norm for international money transactions. Consider it this way: XRP is more than simply a coin these days, it's evolving into infrastructure. This is when the exciting part begins. The fervor surrounding XRP is intensifying, and it's not merely conjecture. There is a lot of enthusiasm and anticipation in the Bitcoin sector. For good cause, analysts are increasingly speculating about ambitious price objectives for XRP. In the market, the cryptocurrency has proven to be incredibly resilient and promising, attracting the interest of institutional and ordinary investors. More thorough research and hopeful forecasts are being fueled by this increased interest. XRP hitting $10,000 is definitely possible if Ripple becomes the foundation of the global liquidity system, according to a post made this morning by a well-known trader going by the handle Crypto King. This audacious forecast has fueled the speculative fire by generating a great deal of discussion and debate on social media and in numerous financial forums. He is not alone in pointing out that XRP's on-demand liquidity solution can replace the antiquated, costly, and slow SWIFT global interbank communication system. The inefficiencies of the current system, according to many experts, provide compelling evidence for the adoption of XRP. There is a great deal of potential for upheaval. This was supported by comprehensive forecasts from another account, XRP Whale, which demonstrated how a constrained supply of XRP, coupled with rising transaction volume, might drive the price into the stratosphere. These forecasts are supported by thorough financial models and market research, rather than being only wishful thinking. This is a critical time for XRP because of the obvious enthusiasm and extremely high stakes. Supply pressure may take care of the remainder if institutions begin utilizing XRP in daily volumes of trillions of dollars. Keep in mind that there will never be more than 100 billion XRP, and that the whales are already in motion and a sizable amount is already held in escrow. Just hours after the SEC settlement made headlines, more than 500 million XRP were bought and transferred into cold wallets, according to Whale Alert. In a single day, institutional hands seized around $300 million, 0 cents worth of XRP. These trades aren't retail. Those who anticipate a significant price increase are taking these long-term holdings. Large sums of money are returning to U.S.-regulated exchanges, as evidenced by some of these transfers coming from Coinbase Pro and Bitstamp wallets. Whales who amass in this way are frequently preparing for enormous upside, and they usually do so early rather than late. What comes next, then? The relisting frenzy might start at any time. Now that the law is clear, U.S. exchanges can at last allow XRP trading without worrying about regulatory retaliation. This implies that millions of individual traders will have instant access to XRP again, and FOMO will follow when the news becomes widely known. The pump will be chased by people, and if the whales are correct, it might become a moonshot. If you have been waiting for the right moment to enter, this could be your final warning. Since XRP is the first altcoin in history to defeat the SEC in court, it will no longer be the underdog against the government after today. What are you going to do now? You must listen. The risk profile of XRP has changed significantly. It is now a verified survivor, a digital bridge asset that has been adopted by a bank and has legal confirmation. Over the next few years, analysts are predicting prices of $1, 0 cents, $5, 0 cents, $50, 0 cents, or even $10,000, 0 cents, depending on how quickly institutional usage scales. However, the major events always take place before the news reports. Therefore, it might be the moment to take action if you believe in the fundamentals. Remember that timing is crucial in the cryptocurrency world, so pack your luggage before the next candle flies.